My topic is all about the management of sound and pollution control system. So what is acoustics? So acoustics is a branch of physics that study the sound. Acoustic concern with the production, control, transmission, reception, and effects of sound. Acoustic signature is the quality of sound, with acoustic isolation being the degree which barriers can prevent sound from passing from space to space. The study of acoustics helped to appreciate and analyze the problem involved in the propagation of sound in these enclosures. Next is to suggest ways and means of producing optimum conditions of hearing. And last is to obtain both subjective and objective assessment of the result achieved. Next to tackle is what is resonance. So, the resonance is the resounding or re-echoing. It is increasing the intensity of sound by sympathetic vibration. And next is what what is reverberation? So it is a persistent of sound in a particular space after the original sound is removed. It is also created when a sound is produced in an enclosed space, causing a large number of echoes to build up and then slowly decay as the sound is absorbed by the walls and air. Also, this is the most noticeable when the sound source stops but the reflections continue, decreasing in amplitude until they can no longer be heard. Reverberation time has been defined as the time for the sound to die away at a level 60 decibels below its original level. The reverberation time can be modeled to permit an approximate calculation. So, by the way, what is echo? Is an audio signal processing and acoustics and echo is a reflection of sound arriving at the listener some time after the direct sound. Sound transmission management is a sound reflected, transmitted, or absorbed by the materials it encounters. Every sound is produced by vibration. Vibration is the back and forth movement of an object. Sound energy travels in the form of sound waves. Sound waves is a pressure wave. Regions of high and low pressure are established as the result of the vibration of the sound source. Transverse waves is a wave whose oscillations are perpendicular to the direction of the waves. Longitudinal waves is a wave in which the displacement of the medium is in same direction of the wave propagation. The displacement is parallel to the propagation of the wave. Sound travels in different medium, solid, liquid, and gas. Surfaces such as textiles and bath insulation tend to absorb sound waves, preventing them from further motion. Hard surfaces such as ceramic tiles, gypsum, board, or wood tend to reflect sound waves, causing echo. Sound transmission class. It is a rating of sound isolation of a building wall assembly. The highest the higher the STC rating, the better sound isolation that wall assembly to achieve. STC is widely used to rate interior partitions, ceilings, floors, doors, and windows. In transmission of sound, there are three requirements for sound to occur in the environment. First is a vibrating source to initiate sound, and second is a medium to transmit sound vibrations throughout the environment, And last is a receiver to hear or record sound vibrations. Sound is initiated in an environment by a vibrating source. Water is a more efficient transmitter of sound compared to air as sound travels faster and farther in water. The movement of the gas or liquid medium is identical to surface waves found on any large body of water. The wavelengths of speech are of the size of ordinary objects, unlike light, whose wavelengths are extremely small. Because of this, sound does not ordinarily cast acoustic shadows, but because its wavelengths are so large, can be transmitted around ordinary objects. Noise pollution is the disturbance of the environment with very loud, uncoordinated sound that are in the most cases so irritating. The effects of noise pollution to human. Noise pollution has many harmful effects on the and psychological health of human beings. The effects of noise pollution on the health include hypertension, annoyance, high stress levels, aggressions, hearing loss, tinnitus, sleep disturbance, and many such health problems. Apart from traffic and industrial machinery, poor urban planning is also one of the causes of noise pollution. Mostly, the noise pollution is coming from in the in the hotel. The types of pollution is the insulation, sound absorption, vibration damping, and vibration isolation. And the causes of noise pollution. First is the public or private transportation vehicle. Next is the industrial machinery. Next is construction site, loudspeaker, and big event. The public and private transportation vehicles, these are the one of the daily causes of noise pollution in our street. Public highway. Industrial machinery. This is the so many various examples of industrial machinery that creates severe disturbing and hazardous sounds to the industrial workers. Next is the construction site. We all know that every construction or area uses huge equipment as part of their job like payloader, crane, cement mixer, bulldozer. Using loudspeaker in or private areas like residential, commercial establishment, public market, and concert arena. And big events is we all love celebrating by big events such as birthdays, anniversaries, house parties, and festivals. To reduce of noise pollution at source during the stage of urban planning and manage the acoustics environment by, by preventive means such as environmental impact assessment and green design. Control of noise pollution by obstructing the path of noise by constructing soundproof buildings. The menace of sound pollution can be minimized. Plants also help in controlling noise pollution because they absorb high frequency sound waves. Thus, planting trees along the roads help in controlling noise pollution. Air pollution is mainly stems from industry, transport, energy production, and agriculture. It is also contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristic of the atmosphere. The sources of air pollution is the household combustion devices, motor vehicles, industrial facilities, and forest fires. The pollutant causing air pollution is the carbon monoxide, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, and sulfur dioxide. The effects of air pollution can cause cardiovascular and respiratory disease as well as cancer, and the leading environmental cause of premature death, caused by certain substances such as arsenic, cadmium, nickel, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons are human genotoxic carcinogens are there is no identifiable threshold below which they do not pose a risk. Air pollution also negatively impacts on the quality of water and soil and damages ecosystem through eutrophication and acid rain. Agriculture and forests are therefore affected as well as material and buildings. Combating air pollution. In the Philippines, we have our Republic Act 8749, or also known as Philippine Clean Air Act on June 23, 1999, provides for a comprehensive air pollution control policy as it outlines the government measures to reduce air pollution by including environmental protection activities into its development plans. Also, the Republic Act 8749 covered that all potential sources of air pollution must comply with the provisions of the law. All emissions must be within the air quality standards. Mobile sources refer to vehicles like cars, trucks, buses, jeepneys, tricycles, motorcycles, and vans. The basic ways to reduce air pollution or methods of controlling air pollution is using public transport, turn off the lights when not in use, recycle and reuse, no to plastic bags, reduction of forest fires and smoking, use of fans instead of air conditioner, use filters for chimneys, avoid usage of crackers. How to control air pollution? First is maintaining a healthy distance between the industrial and residential areas. Next is the chimney should be constructed tall inside so that the emissions must be released higher up in the environment. Next is the sulfur must be removed after burning. The gasoline must have anti-knocking agents. The mining area should be planted with trees, and so on and so forth. To prevent air pollution, first is talk to people on what they can do about air pollution. Report MOX vultures to LTO, MMDA, and or the appropriate local government unit. Walk or ride your bike to places. Take the bus or mass rail transit whenever you can. Work with residential associations to stop burning of garbage. Last is plant trees. A thermal pollution is any deviation from the natural temperature in a habitat and can range from elevated temperatures associated with industrial cooling activities to discharge cold water into streams below large impoundment. The causes of thermal pollution is the nuclear power plant, coal-fired power plant, industrial employment, domestic sewage, hydroelectric power, and thermal power plant. The effects of thermal pollution include decrease the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water, which aquatic life requires, damages to larvae and egg of fish in river, killing of some species of fish and macroinvertebrates that have a limited tolerance for temperature change and migrations of living entities from. Thermal pollution can be controlled by cooling fans. Cooling towers are the devices which transfer waste heat to the atmosphere through evaporation and heat transfer. Cooling towers take up less area than the fans. Solve water, increase public education, multi-sector collaborate solutions, and the proper implementation of enforcement of the Clean Water Act and other water quality regulations in the Philippines will be necessary to transform the nation's water supply. Thermal pollution is the harmful release of the heat liquid into a body of water or heat release into the air, a waste product of the business, while the water pollution is the contamination of water bodies, usually as a result of human activities.